How can you say it's one off when there's two more sitting right beside us?
There's actually one more over there. That's 4.
Yeah, where's this one off coming from? There's 4 of them in here.
It's not gonna be.
Huh?
It's not gonna be.
Okay,
Oh, you don't
so-
know the plan either yet.
No, I don't know the plan.
I'll get it.
What's the plan? Take it apart, paint it, and put it back together?
The plan is,
Yeah.
since you're paint body guy, I need you to help Kenny get this window out too without breaking it, and then we're gonna whack top on.
What?
This is gonna be from now on known as the Testa, which shoots lightning from its groin. Been like sometimes when I travel, I get to having a few cocktails, especially on the plane on the way back, and I started sketching around, and I'm like, we're already going electric,
Okay.
and just to have an electric Testarossa that looks like a Testarossa, that's not cool, because to me, what if we got rid of the top, like took it away?
Everything?
Well, this is gonna stay.
Okay.
And I've got kind of an idea of this whole form and function here,
Yeah.
duplicating it on this side. So we might even cut one of the other deck lids and use it.
Almost Target-ish.
No,
Okay.
full-time convertible, no top, no windows, and only like a little sliver of glass, maybe like across here.
So like Roadster in the front glass. Make it
Roadster.
What?
And no glass on the sides.
Like doing away with it.
Yes. And then we're going to go with electric steering anyways, but at the
Okay.
same time, this is a right-hand drive car,
Yeah.
and they make the left-hand drive cars.
Mhm.
But I was looking at all the dash components, and we could very tastefully put the steering wheel in center.
Go back and say it again, because I felt like you snuck something
Well,
in there.
like here would be a steering wheel, but inside the car. I mean, we're building an electric Ferrari Testarossa,
Yeah.
which I am from this point on calling the Testa. Now, I don't want to be ripping anybody else's electric car stuff off or anything else, but this is going to be like the horses rearing up, shooting lightning bolts, electricity, out of its groin area, and it's called the Testa. So get you some of that. Shirt's coming soon. I told Rob and them over at Legacy that I wanted to be fast. I mean, I don't want to just make an electric drivetrain, car swap, Tesla swap, whatever thing. I mean, we have an actual EV motor with the components that are going to match up to the hash shafts through the rear. I called my friends over at Bilstein, and we're talking about getting there's 6 coilovers in this car, having some custom made from them, beef up the brakes, which are going to be electric also. I want to be like fast, like lightning, like the lightning bolts that are going to be shooting out of the horse's groin area.
Lightning crotches.
Fuck yeah. Ooh. You want the good news or the bad news? Because it's good for me, but bad for you.
Well, I mean, just like whatever way pleases you, because it's gonna suck either way. It sounds like.
All right, so we not only have to finish the truck, but I've already promised this to Sema also. It's going to be in Legacy's booth.
What do you mean?
We're whacking the top off of it. That's like 20% less car that we have to do.
The Testarossa's got to go to Sema also.
It's the Testa now.
The Testa has
Yeah.
to go to Sema also.
That's right, shooting lightning right out of its groin. All right, so everybody's gonna get out there and start talking junk about, oh, you know, you're messing up a Ferrari or you're going electric. That doesn't mean that I want hot rods and fire-breathing dragons to go away. It's just, this is what's happening. And as far as I'm concerned, you know what it means? A computer keyboard is now your new screwdriver, because as men and as people and women and children and everybody out there that's going to get into hot rods and motorcycles and things that go fast and make noise, we're gonna mess it up. So we're gonna just break into it. And the way you break into, you know, electric cars with the computer. So I think this is a cool way to go about it. It's not just transferring a platform or sticking a body on something else that somebody else has already made. We're literally making an engine compartment and transmission system that boats to the half shafts and then still can drop out in the cradle just like it was originally designed. The reason that I really like using the Ferrari Testarossa is because all of the weight in this car, all of the R&D, all of the time and effort that Ferrari took to make these Ferrari Testarossas, all the weight's in the back. And so we're gonna do the exact same thing. Our 39 battery packs are gonna be back there, the motor's gonna be back there, the drive system's gonna be back there. So this is really a fantastic chassis to start with because it's already R&D'd by one of the best R&D companies in the world, if you believe that, Ferrari. And it's supposed to have all its weight back there. So here we go.
When you did the Yanko?
Yeah, probably.
But you gotta admit, it's kind of fun. It's kind of fun to do it every once in a while.
Oh yeah.
Every 5 years or so.
Especially something so one-off as this.
How can you say it's one off when there's two more sitting right beside us?
There's actually one more over there, that's 4.
Yeah, where's this one off coming from? There's 4 of them in here.
It's not gonna be.
Huh?
It's not gonna be.
Okay,
Oh, you don't
so-
know the plan either yet.
No, I don't know the plan.
I'll get it ready.
What's the plan? Take it apart, paint it, and put it back together?
The plan is,
Yeah.
since you're paint body guy, I need you to help Kenny get this window out too without breaking it, and then we're gonna whack top off.
What?
That's all you need to know for now.
You're gonna whack the top off?
I am whacking the top off.
Don't they make a convertible one? Trade one? for-
Testarossa?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
You have to look it up.
I think
Not
they
really
do.
hip to be square on my Ferrari Testarossa knowledge because this is going to be from now on known as the Testa, which shoots lightning from its groin.
Somebody hasn't been as broke as me and know how to do this, so this is what I do to take off like side moldings. You know, now you can buy the nice 3M scraper thing, but this works wonders. So you're gonna be inside, I'm gonna be on this side, and we're just gonna saw through. I'll be 100% honest with you, I didn't know if that'd work or not. I was just a good shot.
You thought of this?
Well, I use those to take off body moldings, but I've never used it to take out glass before. But hey, it works.
I want to roadster the car. It's not going to have maybe a half windshield or partial. And then I like all this sexiness right here.
Okay.
So I want to duplicate it on the front. So here's what I'm trying to get Kenny to do is I want this shit out of here, which is good enough. You can leave this piece, Kenny. I don't care. Leave that there. I want the lid off, and I want to cut it about here. I want all this piece.
Huh?
Yeah.
So you're gonna chop this back off?
Yeah, for now. We don't destroy cars here, but this is, it's probably fixable, but this part I need. Cut it about here. And then kind of massage this in.
Kind of massage it in.
Well, just so we can see it.
Yeah,
Anyways,
that's what we do back there.
go for it. Rip it off, run it through the bandsaw. Bam, bam.
Dear Mr. Ferrari, this is not me doing this. I'm just doing my job, doing what I'm told to do. So if ever one day that I have the money to buy one of your cars, don't put me on your list.
It's against everything I stand for. Hurt my soul.
We're about to cut the roof off of Ferrari Testarossa. Now, we're not doing this for reviews or bullshit. We're actually making something cool, and these cars were already used in a movie, and they're completely used and abused, and we're trying to make them cool again. So you could say we're saving the testes. Oh, hell yeah. Whack the rest of the B-pillar off. Now you're seeing what I'm working with. And it's following the scallops on the sides. It has form and function that they would have designed back in the day. This is gonna work. I think we can run it all the way down and just leave a windshield out here.
Too bad it's not wide enough. I was gonna say, take the back window out of that one and run it in front.
Woo! I love it. Awesome job, guys. These are like, how, a little overkill, man. Couldn't you just cut some foam or something?
I told you.
And what's that?
Ta-da.
Is that a leg or a wiener?
Both.
So the Ferrari was R&D'd with all the weight in the back, basically. The car had little weight to the front. So I want to keep the batteries and the engine and drivetrain in the rear, and I want it all to drop down just like the original chassis would have on a Ferrari. So I needed 39 batteries this size. We need to figure out how they're going to fit and where, and lay out the design before we get the actual battery packs here. This makes them lightweight, easy to deal with, and we'll figure out where they're going to go for the Testa R3. So check this out. Roll out a piece long enough to go from this side of the car to the other side of the car. Then we can draw our radius, because I think our radius is going to be similar to this, but it's going to be lower. It's gonna work and it's gonna look good. It works with the scallops on the sides, it works everywhere. Man, I love it. What exactly were you trying to build over there?
Kind of looks pretty neat.
It's not hurting my feelings, it's kind of like a shooting brake Testarossa. So it's crunch time on the Ferrari. We've got a village pulled together to try to pull this off. Marsh from NTX is here. We're gonna pick out some interior colors. I'm painting the car white as it stands right now. And I want to do something different on the inside, but I don't want it to be just red, or I don't know what I want, so let's go figure it out. I'm using a factory seat in the middle with the larger headrest.
Okay.
And then on the side, we're hoping to use the factory seats, but without the bolsters and a littler headrest. I like the seats being all white, but possibly with Daytona seat look.
Gotcha.
I think that the seats on the side are black.
I think that was good.
I think that we go with black. Black carpet and white leather on the door panels, black dash like it is, white center seat for the steer, and blacks for the sides. I think we got a plan.
Absolutely.
That's way cool.
Stayed here last night a little bit and laid out battery packs. You know, there's a lot that actually goes into the design of the battery packs for the EVs. We are going to be able to put a lot of batteries in the back, but we're going to have to stick some in the front also. The goal today is to get the front end gutted. So AC unit, heater core, all the lines that we don't need. I got all the original dash and AC control unit out. Half of the stuff we're not going to use, actually 90% of it. So other than the casing on the gauges are going away, AC is going away. We're just going to use the shell of the dash. And then we got the original seat back in here. And you might be wondering why I'm sitting in the middle. Let me answer that. Center steer, baby. Yeah. Uh-oh, pull that loose. Here's the cool part. This car doesn't mind with the stock positioning of the rack. Instead of going and trying to find a center steer rack and doing all this modification to the firewall, underneath everything, it's actually gonna just swing itself over to the center. The next step in this is to take this mounting hardware that's up here and build a new case right here and mount it to where the steering wheel and everything will be able to mount here. Wiring reaches, steering shaft reaches, so it's really just the mount that's got to move over. So should be pretty cool, but it's all aluminum, so it's gonna take a little bit. we're going to remove the factory wiring harness all the way out of the car. We're gonna try to not damage anything. We've looked at it, we've looked at the routing. I think that we can pull everything out without messing any plugs up. That way we can send it off with the factory motor when we sell the motor, which is pretty cool. We're saving the supercar parts. Like, that's our theme going for this. It's pretty neat. And then when we go back in there, we're only running lights, blinkers, and stuff like that, so we can just put a small wiring harness back in here. Let's get rolling. So, yes, we're trying to save the factory wiring harness, but it does suck because it is routed through every single panel of this car, from front to rear, fenders, doors, I mean all these little lights, door locks. So what we're doing is having to pull every panel of this car apart. Every fender, we're having to, you know, snake it through. It's a lot of work, but it'll be worth it in the end. It'll be a nice factory harness. Our brake and clutch pedal are a big cast piece together, and there's very limited space underneath the hood that the brake booster and master cylinder come to the firewall, so we don't really want to move that, but we have to make the pedals come to the center. So we're just trying to figure out the best option to leave this cast piece bolted in the dash, leave the booster where it is, and come over into the center with a pedal and still have it sturdy and safe, you know? I mean, obviously we just extend a rod off there, just let it hang, and when you push it, the brakes half work, but you want it to still feel factory. You want it to be safe.
This is a clutch cover. Oh yeah, it's a clutch cover. There was a master cylinder here for the clutch. This car's not going to have a clutch anymore, so I made this cover piece. And while I was putting it on here, I thought about this. This is a Ferrari pedal panel bracket.
Pedal panel bracket.
It's cast aluminum.
Yeah.
So if you could give me like a heavy metal drum beat right here, like yeah. Something like that, and then I'm gonna go for it, go. Be like Ferrari. Go, stay with me. Where's Kenny at? We're gonna need him too.
So I gave Ricky an energy drink on the way to work this morning.
I don't know.
This
where
is what
you
happens.
bought that thing. Ferrari. We need to get some people that can sing though, but pedal panel bracket. It's cast aluminum. You know, like
Is that a background singer?
yeah, you're supposed to.
Cast.
Yeah, I want Kenny to do the. It's cast. It's cast. We need to get Mike in here going Ferrari, and then we'd be like pedal panel bracket.
Ricky, how
And then
fast
Kenny
is your
goes,
mind going
Kenny
right
goes,
now?
it's cast. And then you go, aluminum. No, I didn't like that. Let's go back to the aluminum so it can drop down. Like, you give me like a bass line, we put some music to it later, and it drops it down. Aluminum, aluminum. You know, and then it's like, do, do, do.
All right, so we have figured out a way to keep our brake panel bracket cast pocket in the dash, so where everything still mounts in the factory location, and a way to extend it over to the center like we're wanting to do, and be safe, be strong, sturdy. Now it's time to go in there and actually set the pedals to the right length and everything, and find a way to hang it on the inside. And we'll have pedal set, because the other one's basically an electronic LS pedal. I don't know if we told you that. For the EV, literally an LS pedal. So we can put it anywhere. So if we get the brake set, get that set, I've got the dash mount like ready to go. We'll have our center steer ready.
It's all about family, because when you're in this shop, you're family.
Yeah, so next step is, you know, we got the dash mocked up the way we wanted it, but it's gonna be for steering, so obviously we have to make it, you know, structurally sound. So what I'm gonna do is go through with this half by half and just kind of frame it all out, go behind where the steering's gonna be, run some runners to where all of that's really strong, but it still almost has like, mimics the stock crumple zone. What this is where our steering wheel mount bolts to on the dash. This is crumple zone and everything for when you get in a wreck. You know, it ain't so harsh. So what we wanted to do is take and put this on our new thing, you know, keep the safety aspect involved. So what we're gonna do, center this up. I got marked where it was on that dash. Center it up, tack it in, go put it in the car, bolt the column. Yeah, baby, we got a steering Ferrari. Center steer, Ferrari. Engaged. Once the seat's in here, the wheel ain't in an awkward place.
No,
it's about where it was. We felt like when we were sitting in here, like on the box, just eyeballing it, that it was, the steering wheel was really high. But now that the seat's in here, I mean, honestly, dude, it's perfect. This is gonna be fun. We got the brake pedal pretty much where we want it. Yeah, I'm a master rider over here. I'm gonna do
Lots of leg room for the
passengers.
Yeah. Passenger need to be down here for safety reasons.
I think he's really like being a passenger.
Yo, hey, what up? Hey, it's electric. Yeah. No, it's running, but you can't hear it. No, because it's electric. So, we got to make the seat mount in the middle of the car. I'm going to take the stock mounting bar, cut it out, move it over 65 millimeters, but split both ways. And then we'll just re-weld it to the car. See here on this one, I've already sanded down the rivets and I popped them out. And I'm gonna take this whole entire piece, move the whole thing over, and then rivet it right back down to the floor like it was.
The reason why we have to rivet the seat braces down compared to just welding them in is because the floor pan is aluminum and our seat brace is steel. You cannot weld those two together, they do not bond. We can weld them to the other braces, but when it comes to putting it to the floor and giving it its real strength, just a ton and ton of rivets. Luckily, we got a pneumatic rivet gun.
I feel like I'm in the passenger seat when I'm talking to you, and then I'm like, bam, I'm driving.
I feel like if you got
Passenger driving. What's going on here?
Hey, try it. Okay, let me take the wheel for a minute. You need to do something?
Okay, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah, I gotta. Oh, yeah. Look, I got a text message.
I gotta hit my brakes.
Look,
Oh, hey, well, easy now.
check out this TikTok.
The other option, Mike, how do you like this?
Oh, stadium seating.
Yeah.
Yeah, you take a bugs to the face.
Oh, totally.
If I turn to talk to you, it's like there's just in my face. So I don't like that. I don't like that at all.
So we've got the Ferrari all mocked up. Pretty much it's coming together like I thought it would. We got plenty of room for all the batteries and the drivetrain components and the motor. We've got the center steer completely up and running and doing what it's supposed to do. Pretty stoked on that. Relocated the brake pedal. The gas pedal is going to be electric, of course, so we can put that anywhere. At the end of the day, we've got the Ferrari mocked up. It's ready to go. I need to get this canopy roll bar rolled into the door thing done. We've got a few drawings, we've got a few cut up samples, and my buddy Aaron Chauvinist came over. He's helped us on some cars in the past, and at the end of the day, we've got 2 more Sema builds, so that's 3 total, and we're starting to run out of time, so I'm gonna buy a little time on this, because all he does is the metal, there's nothing else. He can get that knocked out, and we can get it back here in short orders. Now, I know what you're saying, oh gosh, they're sending it out to get some metalwork done. Hell yeah, we are. I mean, that's how you buy time. It's no different than calling your friend over to have him do it, just taking it to his shop. And my guys will be overseeing it. We'll make sure it gets taken care of and gets done right.
Hey, God, Dude, you surprised the hell out of me. What are y'all doing here this early?
Why's your shirt inside out?
Well, you know, we're going on 72 hours straight on these builds, and you thought this last episode was cool. Wait till you see what we're doing next.